Peace. One Dread here. Just want to introduce you all to another one of my seed grown plants. This is my fuzzy kiwi. I was eating some kiwis and germinated some of the seeds. A lot of them died, and this is one that survived and I took care of. Everybody get a look at it. It's in a 45-gallon pot. I'm in zone 7B, 8A, North Carolina, and this kiwi has lived outside in this 45-gallon pot for the past 3 years. It's 5 years old. The first 2 years, I would bring it in during the winter to protect it, and from the cold. And then I learned that a lot of plants, if you protect the root ball, even certain tropical plants, if you protect the root ball and the cold kills your tree, the aerial parts, it can grow back from the roots. So what I did was I put it in this 45-gallon pot and let it grow. When the winter came around, I trimmed back some of the vines and I wrapped it with a burlap cloth to protect the stems, and then put a bucket over that. It went through the winter. When the spring came around, took the bucket and the burlap off. Lo and behold, it started back growing. I was like, word, it survived the winter. And ever since then, that's what I do. The winter comes around, I trim it back. You can see where I cut it back from last year, all back here, down here. I gave it a major cut this past winter, and cut it way down. And like I said, once again, here we go. I wasn't sure and didn't know. I always thought kiwis were tropical plants. I didn't know that they could grow here until I actually started investigating. And I still think this, it seems like a phenomenon to me, to actually be growing this. The leaves are large, they're really fuzzy, just like the fruit. I'm not sure if this is a male or a female plant. I've read that it takes from 5 to 8 years before they even start to produce flowers. So it's the long term. But the beautiful thing is, when it does flower, then I'll know if it's a male or a female plant. Whichever one it is, I can get a scion and graft the other sex onto the plant. So I'll have both male and female on the plant. That way it can cross-pollinate within itself and I can actually get fruit. So that's the beauty thing. That's the beautiful part about it. And how cool is that, man? Freaking kiwi vine. The vines grow, wow, they grow massive. They're just like any other vining plant. They want to find something to grab onto and start curling around it and whatnot. It curls around itself. I had to come in last week and trim all these tips because they was massively long, and wrapping around each other. So I just came in and gave it a little prune or whatnot, and it's looking good. It's doing good. Yeah, so like I said, I'll be waiting on it to flower so I can graft me another scion on here, and we'll actually have fruit here in Greensboro, North Carolina. How cool is that? Kiwis. And you can do it too. Man, grow your seeds. You know? Look, right here. This right here. A mandarin orange tree. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely healthy. It's a few years old now, 3 years old. I think, yeah, 3 years old. Grew it from some amazing little mandarins I had. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta try and grow this. And it germinated and grew from seed. So in just a couple of years, I have my own mandarin oranges growing. And mandarins are some of the oranges that do grow true to seed. And even if it doesn't grow the exact mandarin, they grow good fruit. So grow your seeds, man. Right here, the first time I tasted a loquat, I had read about them, seen them, but never tasted them. I found in a community garden they had a few large loquat trees, and I was like, wow, I actually didn't know that they could grow here in North Carolina, and their trees are in ground, and that blew me away. And so I just kept going back and forth to the garden. It was a large garden. They had many fruit trees out there, jujubes and things. So I looked. It was past the fruiting season, and I'm just examining the tree, and I just happened to look under the bottom, and way under the bottom was one little loquat fruit. I was so happy. I was so happy. I was like, wow, I actually get to try a real loquat. And I ate it and was blown away. Absolutely blown away. And me being me, of course I saved the seeds and germinated them and grew them. So now I have 2 loquat trees here. From the loquat, I got the taste, and it was such an amazing fruit, such a beautiful fruit, and I can't wait to grow my own. It may take some years, and I'll definitely have to put these seedlings in the ground eventually, but and it'll take some years to produce fruit, but just like anything else, if you're doing it, you're doing it. You're gonna have the trees, so you may as well grow them. Yeah, you may as well grow them and get you some good fruit. It takes a few years, but still, the time is gonna pass anyway. So why not pass with an eventual beautiful tree that can feed you and your family? Right here, pomegranate tree. I grew from seed. I don't mess around, man. If I eat it, I grow it. And eventually it's gonna give me fruit. It produced blooms this year. It's been, 5 years? Yeah, 5 years. It gave me, it bloomed for the first time this year, and I was very excited. And that's a beautiful thing. So now that I know that it's ready, you know what I mean? I know that I'm gonna have pomegranates, my own pomegranates. Nice and easy. Just grow the seeds. Right here, pawpaw trees. If you're not familiar with pawpaws, you should look them up. The largest natural fruit that grows in North America. It's in the family is soursop and sugar apple and cherimoyas. Only it's the only one of those tropical fruit that grows here in a temperate zone. Pawpaw trees. I ate some pawpaws. Love them so much, I knew I had to grow some trees. I even got seedlings here. Some of the little babies here growing in seeds that I germinated and started growing. And these are seeds that I'm gonna go plant in the wild. Yeah, these are seedlings that'll be planted in the wild in spaces that I know they can grow and thrive without harm, and so that one day I can eventually go back to wild spaces in the woods and have pawpaws growing. Man, grow your seeds. That's word to life. Right here. I was eating a beautiful peach last year, and it was so big and sweet, and it was a freestone peach where when you bite into it or cut it open, you can just split it down the middle and the seed will come out, no problem at all. We call them they're called freestone peaches. Well, me being me, I germinated the seed and grew it. Peaches grow very close to true to seed, so the tree that you get from planting a peach seed, you're gonna get almost the exact same fruit that you ate. So if you love the way that peach tastes, grow the tree and you can have it. This a Methley plum that came out of the same garden that had the loquats. The plums were amazing. I germinated the seeds, grew me a couple trees, and they're gonna be amazing. And these two little trees right here, in just 3 to 5 years, that's all it takes. 3 to 5 years, and they're gonna start producing those beautiful, beautiful peaches and plums. Come on, man. That's all I'm saying. Grow the seeds. This is One Dread on the homestead. One love. Peace.